Hello. So, one of my plans is to do a little series about this book. So this is Unlocking the Tarot by Lisa Papez. And then because I was talking about books, it also made me think of this book. So I'm currently obsessed with oh my god, words are so hard today. The Bach flower remedies, the essences, like here. This is Rescue Remedy. And I just want to learn everything about them. So let me know if you want to hear about that journey too. That one, I'll see what the humans think. But I'm forcing this upon you if you decide to watch. So what's really cool about Lisa Papez's book is the methodology that she uses to guide someone to learning the tarot. And every so often I do like to revisit like beginner material to just like check myself, because I think as you learn, you lean so much into the meanings that you connect with or create through using the cards that you might lose that foundational meaning in that process, because you latch so much on to the personal connection you make. And I think those personal connections are what allows each reader to be their own unique magic, and are so important. So like, I'm not hating on that, but I do think revisiting ground zero is important. Like, I'm a learner. At the end of the day, I love to learn. And this is one of the ways that I inhabit, I don't know. That's one of the ways I live that, is by revisiting basics so often, which is really funny because I'm desperate to learn astrology, but I keep taking classes above my understanding level and just being like, I know enough, it's fine. But I'm taking astrology by Heather's course. So that hopefully will help me get my foundations while I take all my crazy, more advanced courses. Like, although I am taking the Cosmic Space Witches course, Galactic Esoteric Astrology, and the basics are covered very well so that I don't feel lost. But I digress. Back to Lisa's book. So Lisa basically has you pick a word for each card and then use that word as the beginning point for that card's meaning. And that was how I was menteed to learn the tarot. And I used one single deck. This wasn't my deck. The deck I used has a lot of nudity, so I would have to like prep that more than I'm willing to deal with right now. So that's gonna not be shown today. So I am digressing. Yeah, so I just used the one guidebook and the one deck for over a year when I was first learning. And that's how I learned. It was like, pull one word and then this is also why spreads are sometimes hard for me, because I would pick one word and then I would kind of make a sentence with those words, which I've now learned is a very common practice in Lenormand, which is why I'm interested in Lenormand. But I thought it would be cool to use the Druidcraft Tarot, which I have always idealized spending some time to do a deep dive with this deck and just like kind of live that first tarot deck experience with it, because the book is known to be really phenomenal, where I just kind of just deal with this deck and its book and just really like get my hands dirty with it. So I thought this would be a lovely deck to use with this. And then once I work through Lisa's book, then going to this particular deck's guidebook and then like layering them. So that is the goal here. I have a lot of goals. I kind of have the expression like, your eyes are too big for your belly when you order too much at a restaurant. My plans are too big for reality. So this is one of my plans. I also want to like learn Lenormand and learn Thoth and learn Marseille, because I am a Rider-Waite-Smith girly, and I I like to know all the things. So I eventually need to go there, but this is our first thing, and right now I'm going through the book. I've made it past the majors, so this is a little card from Three Trees Tarot. I always stumble on that because of the all the T words. It's like a tongue twister. This was their little promotional card for Thistledown. I don't know what I think I bought Embers and Ashes with this. I don't know, but I like to use them as bookmarks. So yeah, so now I'm at the Minor Arcana. So I'm just, at this point, I'm just reading the book, and then I'm going to mark these with Sharpie. Also, as much as I am nerdy queen, the idea of marking cards, even though I've done it before, like I have decks I've written on, it does kind of stress me out now. But I know that this deck is glossy enough that eventually I can erase them, which is not what Lisa recommends, but it's what I need as a person. So that is also a layer of why this particular deck was chosen. And also the fact that I just really want to spend time with it ever since I bought it. And I've had this in my collection for a few years. I have used it. It is not an untouched deck. I like to shuffle my decks when I first got them and just like pull a card. I actually have a few that just came in that I need to do that with. But this was always one that I wanted to really take that time and sit with it. So I'm really excited about this, and I hope you are too. And if you are also unlocking the tarot with Lisa and her books, I know a lot of people, she has quite a large following on the interwebs. Let me know how you're liking the book, because so far, I've definitely gotten some different insights. Like, a lot of it's very similar, but it's just really interesting things. And I don't highlight just things I don't know. I just highlight things that stick out to me sometimes. So there's that. And it was just her words. It's so hard to not choose the word she chose. So most of the time, if I had a word, I would like kind of give myself a minute to let the word pop into my head, and then I wrote it on the side. So like for Empress, she chose nurture, and I wrote creation and care. So like I came up with like what comes to my mind when I think of this card, and I wrote it before I read hers, because I know myself. And once I read hers, like, is there a chance that I might walk away from this thinking the word nurture? Yeah, because like she has spent years cultivating this keyword, and they make a lot of sense. And I absolutely adore that she uses the definition to start each card, and it's like, this is what this word means. Because as someone who reads a lot, there's a lot of words where if you're like my niece used to always be like, what does that word mean? And I'm like, I don't know, we have to look it up in the dictionary, because it's become the baseline word for me that I don't even know how to simplify the meaning of it, even though it is what could be considered a more advanced word. So I just really loved that, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to get to know this deck better, because I think it's really cool. It's a similar vibe. Also, the deck I learned with was the Celtic Tarot by Christopher Hughes and Chris Down. There's a bit of nudity in it, and a lot of I should probably do a video on that, but again, I have to prepare that deck because it's very phallic. And we could talk about my story of getting that deck, but a lot of my how do I say this? I guess the foundation of a lot of the meanings of cards for me come from that deck and those depictions. And that deck was highly influential in like my whole obsession with the Devil card and Plato's Cave Allegory, which I have written very chaotically about on Substack, but I might do a video just kind of summarizing it, how I tell people about it, even though I always feel like I'm not doing the best job. But yeah, so that's one adventure I hope to bring you along with me. I know I've really jump-started this channel and then disappeared. Hopefully everyone outside's okay. I don't know if you can hear the ambulance. I jump-started it here and disappeared, but I do want to start working on videos more. Again, I want to learn how to edit because I like when things look pretty, but I also don't think I'll ever put out videos because I want to make them perfect, and then that will never happen. So we're just living raw and on the edge here, and I hope that doesn't drive you crazy. But yeah, let me know if you have this book, what you think of it, what your plans are with it, because I would love to hear about it. Because maybe I'll incorporate some of your plans into my plans, because that is what community and sharing does, and it's cool. This is also a bag that is covered in my hair like everything else. Lisa's, Peggy, made this bag. So if you know who Lisa is, you probably know all that spiel. So I like them. And because Druidcraft has the giant box of doom, it lives in a bag. All right, I will see you when I have updates, likely when I finish this book. It could be a while because I have been reading it card by card. So I will see you then.